Okay, good afternoon, guys. Hope it's going well. Today we are doing security and safeguards, and this will be our last theory lesson for now. And then tomorrow and on Friday, we will be moving over to a little bit of spreadsheets, working on Excel, and then next week we will see how it goes. We still need to do some database. Thank you for the guys that filled in the Google form. It's always nice. For the feedback, and thank you guys for everyone that entered in. I'm just sharing the link again. This time it's just for anything general. If you want to say anything after the lesson, you can write anything there. Okay, so just once more again, YouTube, if you've missed anything, African Teen Geeks, they're always there. Snaplify for free ebooks, all the education ebooks, most of them that's there. Go see if the books are there, and you can do a little bit of extra learning and reading. And then today we are gonna work a little bit or play a little bit of Kahoot. So if you haven't got Kahoot on your phone or on your computer yet, you can maybe download in the meantime, or you can just later join with the www.kahoot.it. Okay, but we'll have a little word when we get to that a little bit later. Okay, so we're going to start security and safeguards. Okay, so the first one we've got that the security and safeguards are the definition, and a computer operating system provides software that provides security for applications. So this is all going about your computer and how your computer can be kept safe. Okay, so the previous 2 days, we've learned how people tries to bypass your computer, and here are some of the ways you can stop people from doing malicious applications. Okay, so there includes malicious applications, keyloggers, or people trying to find out your passwords. Okay, without these protections, people can come onto your computer and damage it, and you'll have no knowledge whatsoever of anybody that entered your computer. Okay, so let's go to the next slide, how we can avoid the security threats. Okay, so always use a secure password. If you can just write there in the chat, what is the benefit, or what should a secure password look like? What should it have? What's the characteristic of a good secure password? And we'll see if somebody can give us a little answer there. Okay, one more time. Anybody that's on the Zoom here? Anybody with a secure password? Those, what's the characteristics? Okay, I'll go on there. Yes, there's the first one, Carl. Thank you. 8 digits. It's the most important. The longer, the better. Caps and lower caps, punctuation, or anything other than words and numbers. The @ sign, all those works great. So well done there, Kyle. I'll speak a little bit later about something that I want to do with you guys as well. A little gamification, but we'll speak about that later. And that's one point there for Kyle. Okay, so let's get on. Keep your antivirus applications up to date. That's always important. Try and let them update from self. Keep your other software updated. So sometimes computer companies or Microsoft or Office or any of your applications, they would see that there's a loophole or a backdoor in the program, and they'll fix it. And those fixes normally happens with the software update. So always update your computers and your mobile devices and so on regularly. Okay, two-factor authentication. Does anybody know what two-factor authentication is? Two-factor authentication is also very good. Only happened recently, people started using it, and it's a better way for security. Okay, so is there anybody in the chat there who can help us with two-factor authentication? Okay, Lungile, welcome in. Seems you guys are running dry. Oh, there's it. Okay, so two-factor authentication. It normally happens when you guys Google, Gmail uses it a lot, and banking apps especially use it. You can almost never go into a banking account without it. That's that OTM, that one-time password that gets sent to your cell phone or on email that you have to log in with. So you will log in with your username and your password. And as soon as you've logged in, you will send a one-time password again. And when you receive that password, you type in that password also, and then only you can log into a banking app, normally always banking apps or a Gmail account, or you can even set up social media accounts with two-factor authentication and so on and so forth. Okay, so big positive, people can't use your password, even if they've got your password, if they don't also have your mobile device on them to get the second password that's sent to you. Okay, so that's a big positive. A negative about it, if your phone's off or you forgot your phone somewhere, or even if you lost your phone, then the two-factor authentication becomes hard because you can't get it on the SMS. Okay, normally they can send it to you via email as well. You can get it there too. Okay, then the big no's of avoiding security fix: never share sensitive information. Okay, we spoke a lot about it yesterday. Don't share anything that people can use against you or can use to become you, or let other people think that they are you. So no sharing of IDs, photos, ID copies, driver license, all those stuff. Please don't share that information openly on social media or even let it lie around. Okay, some service ask when yes, that's also Carl, when the server asks if they can phone you and they've got that robot voice speaking to you, that's also two-factor authentication. Okay, and then another one, and never open any suspicious emails. Again, if you don't know anybody or the person sending it to you, never open it. It's the same like your home. You won't open your door for anybody to come in. Why would you do it on your computer? Why would you open anything from everybody? Okay, so always, if when you receive something and it's from somebody unknown, always scan it with an antivirus or a software, or just plainly don't open it. Okay, don't download any suspicious programs or attachments that comes via email or anything else. There's a lot of times when you're on a free Wi-Fi hotspot, people can send data or packets around. The people using apps to send pictures to each other. All those that can become risky if you don't trust anybody. Don't accept just anything from anybody. So always be sure to be on the lookout. Not all the people are there for your best benefit. Okay, then safeguards against criminals. We're going to firewalls. Now, a firewall is responsible for monitoring all the incoming and outgoing traffic on a network. So it's especially, as it says, it's a wall. It's a virtual wall built between your computer and the network, or another network, or an internet, or another device. And the only way they can get through the wall is if you open the door for them to get through, or you change your settings for them to come through. So it checks any traffic within a defined rules. That's the door I'm speaking about, the virtual door. You set up your security rules, and that becomes the door for other people to come into your network or to your side of the wall. So the looser your security rules are, the bigger the door is, and the more things can come through. And the tighter your security rules are, the smaller your door is, and the more things are blocked without you having to step in. So examples of firewalls are Zone Alarm, Commander, and Glasswire. So you can buy those, put it as an add-on your computer, and then Windows 10 and most other Windows, Windows 7 and so on, also come equipped with a basic firewall. So they will block out 50 to 90% of everything that is not supposed to block out. And that's also a good one because Windows works with a lot of computers and they see a lot of stuff going through computers. So they update it regularly. They're not the best, but it's better than having nothing. So Windows 10, the basic one, keep it on, define your settings, and it will block out a lot of these threats from yesterday. Okay, then we're going over to the next one, which is the antivirus programs. Now, the antivirus programs and anti-malware programs are basically the same. Okay, they've got a lot. And also the anti-spyware. It's almost the same, all three. Some programs or some antivirus programs or includes all three, and others just focus on one single aspect of the three that I just mentioned. Okay, so antivirus programs are designed to detect, identify, and prevent and remove malware from your computer. Now, mostly when we speak about malware, it's the broad term of everything we spoke about yesterday, and we can chat about all those with the word malware. So the program runs in the background, so you don't have to, when you go onto your computer, open it up, start it. When you put your computer on, it's on. When you put your computer off or in sleep mode, it is still active unless it is completely shut off, it will be completely shut off. Okay, so it scans everything. Your computer regularly, you can set it to when it should scan, or external storage devices. Now, most of the times, when you put in the external device into computer, it has an antivirus program, it would automatically start scanning the program. Okay, so examples of these are Bitdefender, Norton, and WebRoot. So those are the bigger companies, the more well-known companies. And then Windows 10 also has a basic antivirus program called Windows Defender. So Windows Defender also helps you or tries to help you as far as possible. But again, people who specifically focuses on something would normally be better than people doing a lot of things at once. So a Bitdefender or a Norton, and you get three free ones on the internet as well. You can go AVG and so on. Those are three programs you can download as well. So they a little bit if you lead the last one, Bitdefender, Kaspersky, and AVG, also ones that you can get for those. Okay, then we're moving over to anti-spyware. Now, anti-spyware is there to see that there's no people there with keyloggers and so on. So it's designed to prevent and detect people trying to spy on you, coming onto your computer, doing stuff that you're not aware of or even don't see. Because the difference between malware, or the biggest difference between the malware and the spyware is, as soon as the malware gets activated on the computer, you see your computer running differently or slower. There's something happening. Okay, and with anti-spyware, you're not always aware that there's something different going on, or it's even different. Okay, because it runs silent in the background and it's just there to look what you do. It doesn't affect your computer all the time. It's mainly just there to have an effect to see what they can get from you. Okay, so by monitoring your emails normally, they check what you do in your emails, the websites you work at, and the files that you download. Now, yesterday we said companies pay big money for this type of information, especially for advertisement purposes, targeted purposes, and other people use this to get into your accounts, like your bank account, and try to get money from you. Okay, so if a malicious program is detected, the anti-spyware will prevent it from being transferred onto your computer. Okay. Examples of these are anti-spywares are Bitdefender, Kaspersky, and AVG. You'll see they are examples of all three. So those are good programs to buy if you want to have an overall coverage for your computer. Okay, so Bitdefender, Kaspersky, and AVG, that can help you a lot. Okay, so for now we are finished with the theory part. But I want to go over to a little bit and speak about the Kahoot. So if everybody in the chat can check there is a Kahoot. So if you can type into a computer or mobile device or anywhere, just open a second tab and type in kahoot.it, or you can download the Kahoot app. I'm going to give it a little bit of time. We're going to play just the same one game. We're going to play it twice just to have an idea. And one of the questions I've asked was, do you guys want to do a little bit of online assessment? And these are the type of assessments I am looking at. Just a little bit games or fun, or multi-choice questions or so on, just so you can have a little bit of memory and just recall what you've seen. If you can just give a word in the chat if you've guys got the Kahoot open, then I will load the Kahoot on my side and I'll change it over to the view for the Kahoot, and I'll let you guys see the code as well. Okay, so just change my share here. Okay, so the game code, if you go to www.kahoot.it, or you've got a Kahoot app open, you will see a game pin 40391, and it will give you a username, and it will be anonymous, so nobody will know it's you. So there's the first one coming in, it's Squeak Jaguar, and if you can get the rest to join, it would be great. Oh, why did this one start now? Okay, okay, so this guy's is helpful application, and it relies on one to activate it before you can operate it. Then it gives 4 options. You can choose one of the colors. You just press on the color for the guys that's new here, and you can get the answer. We'll play this one again, just so you guys see how it works, and we'll just have this one to run through. We'll play this again, so the other guys, you can get Kahoot ready for me, please, and then we'll try this. Okay, so the firewall, that's the one we just did today. Question 4, software that downloads itself onto your computer and bombards your computer with adverts. Okay, that's adware. Okay, record your keystrokes as you type and attempt to discover your personal information. Yeah, that's correct. That's a keylogger. Okay, so computer virus, there's actually more than one that's correct. You could have chosen any one of the two. Okay, malware that makes data unavailable until you pay the hack fee. Okay, well done, and it's ransomware. Okay, these attacks work by checking data packets sent over the network. See if there's some answers in the chat as well. It's a sniffer attack. So if you can't get into the game later, we're going to lose one more time. I'll drop the website as well in the chat, so you can just click on it. The changing of an email header, so the email appears to come from a different source. Okay, that's farming. Spoofing is almost correct. Spoofing and farming is closely related. It monitors and tracks the way you use your computer and sends your info to a third party. That's it, spyware. We also spoke a little about the spyware today. Okay, attacks work by masking attack and make it seem as if he or she is a real user. There's a little typing mistake there. This one's a spoofing attack. Almost at the end, a scamming practice where a user is automatically redirected to a fake website. Okay, so a clickjacking, if you click, it takes you to a different website. Farming is also the same. It just the difference between farming and clickjacking is farming, they want you to come to the website. Clickjacking, you can only go to that one website. Okay, the use of compromised computers to flood a server with requests for information. That's the first one we done. And that's the DOS, the denial of service attack. And then we'll go over to the last question, where a site appears to do one thing, but your clicks are redirected to do something else. And that is where clickjacking comes to play. Okay, so I'll put the link in the chat again, www.kahoot.it if you want to. We're going to play again. I'm just going to give a few seconds for you guys, for the others to join. The game code is 40391. Okay, we're going to do this one more time and then we'll move over. I've got 6 questions about today's work as well. I want to discuss with you guys. So you can still join for 391 and then we'll see how this goes. So the changing of an email header so that the email appears to come from a different source. Remember the quicker your answer. So it's keylogger, spoofing, farming, or clickjacking. Okay, just press on the color of the answer. Okay, so it's spoofing. Well done there in the chat as well. Okay, the use of comprised computers to flood a server with a request for information. That's a cyber terrorism. Blue for denial of service, orange for sniffer, and green for spoofing attacks. Just click on the color. You can have your answer. Okay, that's denial of service. Okay, well done. It seems we've got a new leader there. Okay, malware that makes data unavailable until you pay the hacked fee. It's a Trojan, adware, spyware, or that's supposed to be ransomware. Okay, well done to both. Attacks that works by making the attacker and making it seem as if he or she is not a real user. Cyber terrorism, sniffer attacks, spoofing attacks, or denial of service. Okay, well done there. Spoofing attack. Cyber terrorism is when people go online and attack companies or government for information. Okay, disguised as a useful applicant. It relies on one to activate it before it works. That's randomware, adware, Trojan, or spyware. Okay, well done to both. Okay, when a hacker uses computers to launch a DOS attack and send spam emails, is it zombies, firewall, or bot? And it's zombies. Bots are used for good, zombies are used for bad, and firewalls are supposed to protect your computer. Computer virus. Remember, there's 2 options. Slows down your computer, protects you from spoofing. The program is written to disrupt and improves performance. So it could have been any one of those 2. Okay, a scamming practice where users automatically redirected to a fake website. That's spoofing, keylogger, farming, or clickjacking. Well done, that's farming. Farming takes you to another website when you're supposed to go to the same website. Okay, well done to the 2. Okay, when a site appears to one thing, but you click on it and redirects you to another one. Well done. Since you guys got that figured out now. So clickjacking, it would take you to a link, but as soon as you go to the link, it redirects you to another link. So you go to another site. Okay, well done with those score streaks. These attacks work by checking data packets sent over the internet. That's a denial of service, sniffer attack, cyber terrorism, or spoofing attacks. Okay, that's sniffer attacks. The denial of service is when they send a lot of computers or people on one computer, and then they slow down the computer and it makes gateway for somebody else to get in. Okay, it monitors and tracks the way you use your computer and sends your info to a third party, Trojan, randomware, spyware, or adware. And that's spyware, well done. Okay, attacks that only occurs in parts of a country or business IT infrastructure. So they're looking for information. That's a denial of service, cyber terrorism, spoofing attacks, or sniffer attacks. Okay, well done there. It's cyber terrorism. Spoofing attacks is normally when they appear to be somebody else, but they're not a real person, especially with GPS or uh, emails and so on. Responsible for monitoring all the incoming and outgoing traffic in a network. Okay, that's the firewall. That's what we did today. Bots can also help. Bots can be set up, but bots are mainly used for those websites with frequently asked questions and they'll reply or something like that. That's mainly the purpose of a bot. Software that downloads itself onto your computer and bombards your computer with adverts, randomware, spyware, adware, or a Trojan. Okay, that's adware. A spyware is there to gather information, where adware is there to give the ads. Record your keystrokes as you type in an attempt to discover your personal information. That's a keylogger, clickjacking, spoofing, or farming. Well done, that's a keylogger. Okay, so for the next part, we're going back there to the next one. Thank you, guys. There will be a little Google form review for the afterwards. You can tell me how you guys felt about the Kahoot, and then we'll check if we use it again or how often we use it. Okay, so let's quickly go back to the PowerPoint. Okay, so the next step, there's 6 questions, and I'll be asking the questions, and I'll be checking the chat, and I'll be keeping the chat for the answers. So please work with me here, and then I'll see if we can get and discuss the answers with us. Okay, so the first one asks for your antivirus program reports that you've got quarantined a virus. What does it mean? Okay, so if you can write in the chat there for quarantine, what does it mean if a virus gets quarantined? If you're not sure about the answer, you can have a try. Otherwise, just put a thumb down or say, I don't know, or something. I can just get some feedback, and then I'll help you guys with the answers where I can. Okay, let's see there. Anyone gonna have an attempt? Okay, so quarantine is when a virus or antivirus program picks up an infected file, and then instead of deleting the file, it moves it into another folder, and in that folder it is kept in quarantine. So it deletes the file from its original location, but it moves it and changes it so it cannot run. So the program is still on your computer, but it's moved into a secure location where the computer can have a look at it, see what it does, and later if it feels okay, this is actually safe, it can go. So the quarantine works a lot like quarantine if somebody has got a new virus or a virus we're not sure about. Uh, it quarantine, it's the exact same as isolation. So this question everybody is experiencing at this stage. So we are isolated, we were removed from everything for a while. The computer antivirus program checks and sees in the quarantine or the isolation what's happening with the program. Is it doing something it's not supposed to, or what's the purpose? And as soon as that the program feels it's safe, it will ask you, do you want to bring it back into the computer, or do you want to delete it? And you can decide there. It's exact same as isolation. So quarantine and isolation is the same. Okay, so the second question I've got for you guys is provide a measure you can take to avoid a computer virus besides installing an antivirus. Okay, so you can say any one of those. So what can you do to avoid getting a virus on your computer, except for saying installing an antivirus program? Okay, there's the first one. That's great there. Don't open unrecognized files or emails. That's most probably one of the important ones, and it's the easiest one we tend to transgress, or what we normally do. So we are curious of nature, so we want to see what's in the files, and that's normally what happens. We open it and we get the program. So any one of you guys there got another one? I'll start going through the list by them. So disable the auto run from your computer as well. So if you download something, don't say auto run, rather wait for your computer antivirus to scan it and check if there's viruses before it open it. Disable the image previews in Outlook. So that helps also the don't open unrecognized files on the email. Don't click on email links. So a lot of times you'll get an email, it will have a link in, and if you're not sure what the link is doing or where it's going, don't open it, because it can be an attachment to download as well. And then use a hardware-based firewall. So use firewalls, set up your firewalls correctly, and see if they can help you as well, or assist you with not getting an antivirus. Okay, the third one is give an example of firewall software. So any of those software that I mentioned earlier, can any of you remember some of them? So firewall or antivirus programs. Okay, there's the one, Zone Alarm. That's a great one there. Can we get an antivirus program there maybe? So well done there, Lesedi. There's another one there, Komodo. Well done. That's a great firewall programs. We're still waiting for antivirus. Let's see if we can get one antivirus as well. One of the common ones. So let's see if I can go quickly. I can go back here. Okay, so there's the firewalls are Zone Alarm, Komodo, and Glasswire. Well done. There's the two of them I mentioned. And then Carl, for the antivirus program, we can get Bitdefender, Kaspersky, and AVG. Okay, well done, you two. That's great answers there. Okay, so we can go to the next one. It says, your father says that he makes a point of updating the antivirus software twice a year. Explain to him why this is not good enough. Okay, so why wouldn't be, at least he's updating it twice a year, but why must he update it way more than twice a year? Yes, Nkosi. You can just type your answer there or your question. You can just type it there in the chat. Okay, so yes, software changes regularly. People daily create new viruses, and daily people create new ways for the antivirus to stop that viruses. And if you don't update that regularly, it will not have those changes into the program. So it will be 6 months old or a year old with no updates. So anything that happened past that year or 6 months, they will just slide into the computer, and they can do anything to the computer it wants to. Okay. The next one we've got there, a pop-up appears on your aunt's computer saying that she should download an antivirus program from the internet as viruses has been detected on a computer. Okay, so this happens often on your right bottom corner. If you've got a pop-up, get a pop-up. It says there, okay, virus detected, makes a sound and it starts speaking. It says download this so we can take this virus off your computer. Okay, why is that not a good idea to respond to that to that pop-up? Okay, so let's see there. Okay, because the virus will still spread. Yes, that would help. First of all, the pop-up is already a malware. So it's not supposed to be on your computer because it's normally that would be, it won't be Windows. If it's a Windows pop-up, that would be great. But if it's another pop-up, if that pops up, it means that it's a malware and that it's been programmed to say, you've got a virus, download this. And the program you're going to download, the free antivirus that they want you to download would most probably be a virus. So it's just a clever way for them to get you to be anxious and to start the not think straight and just click and download because you think you've got a virus and going to lose everything, but actually you are only going to download the virus by saying yes, download. Okay, so that's one clever way they get viruses onto your computer. Well done there, Carl. And then the last one I've got here is give a name of one popular antivirus. We've done that. That's the Bitdefender, Kaspersky, and AVG. Okay, so those are the good antivirus programs that we can get and we can use. Okay, so before we finish off for today, I just want to go to these. So I said today would be the last theory lesson, and we're moving over to spreadsheets tomorrow, and we're going a little bit just quickly doing the if function, and we're going to speak about the if and how does the if work and how we can do the if function a little bit, how we can always understand it. And then we'll look at some questions that came from previous exam papers as well. So we will not just learn about it. We'll see how it gets asked into question papers, how much it counts, and how we can work around that. Okay, so and the day after that, it's just a preparation actually for Friday. We will join into the nested if. Okay, so the nested if is just an if with more than one criteria. So it's more than one if into one if, and it gets called a nested if. We'll look a little bit later at spreadsheets VLOOKUP and database queries as well. And if you see anything, or if there's anything else that's not on the current list, I'll post the link for the Google form again. Please just add what you think or what you don't understand or what you want me to go through again. Or more than happy to help you guys go through this stuff. The more feedback I get from you guys, the easier it gets. So I just posted a link there again. Click on it, fill in, say what you want. Yes, Anita, lessons will also be on YouTube as well, so you can check these guys later. I think we are live on YouTube now as well, but yes, lessons will be there. If it's not there, please tell me so I can go check and see why it's not on YouTube yet. But all the lessons from the beginning is on YouTube. And if you've missed something, you want to go through something, you can go there as well. Okay, so that's that one. And then before I'm gonna sign off and say cheers to you guys. From next week, I'm thinking, or maybe tomorrow, maybe I'll give the guys that's here today a little bit bonus points. So if you don't see your name on this thing now, just tell me so I can quickly add you. So you can guys start off with bonus points. So I like gamification. So the guys who doesn't know gamification, that's game-based education or game-based play, and a lot of people use it to motivate you to practice or to run or something like that. I want to use gamification a little to help you guys. It's a little point system. So I don't know if you guys know Class Dojo yet, but if you do anything, and normally you can use this primary school mainly. If you do something right, you get a positive point. If you do something wrong, you get a negative point. Okay, so I'm just quickly sharing this window. Let's see, you guys seeing the Class Dojo one, just give it feedback there in the chat. Class Dojo, so I've got there this ATG. I've got the 3 names here, so if your name's not on here, tell me so I can quickly put you on. I've got Lucien and Kyle. And Nita still. So if you like today, if you've answered something right or done something great, I'll say the person, let's say Kyle quickly, I'll add points to the other 2 as well. And I'll say, yes, you've done something great, working hard, well done, and you get another point. So we'll see how many points you rack up until the end of lockdown, and we will see how we do. So Anita, I'll quickly putting by. So you get a little bit of a ranking. So there's Anita as well. I'll quickly add the others points. So everybody that's here today starts with 2 points. Presence and working hard. And Emma and Lesedi. So you guys were here today. You'll get a little bit of bonus points. And from tomorrow, we'll start. If you guys give feedback and so on, I can't say it today, they'll be ranking up the points. Okay, is there any last questions? You guys can give it to me quickly on the chat. Thank you, Carl. Otherwise, if that's all, I'm going to just give it a minute or 2. That's all. Thank you guys then. Have a great day. Remember to stay safe and always work hard. And see you guys tomorrow for some Excel, a little bit of spreadsheets. Tell other people 2 o'clock. Share the code for people. It's always nice to have it. And share in the feedback form if you've got any suggestions, or if there's anything you want to ask me, or you don't want to ask on a group, or anything like that. So thank you guys and stay safe. See you tomorrow.